Hey everybody, it's Friday the 9th of October. This is the Clay Tablet. I'm Clay Anderson. We're going to talk a little NFL football. The Buccaneers and Bears played last night. Tom Brady, I guess now infamous fourth down, which, I really don't even think that's big of a deal. What he messed up? He's been kicking the league in the teeth for 20 years, and he finally made a mistake on a Thursday night game. I honestly thought he got a little roughed up by the Bears, and old man Brady probably doesn't need to be thrown down quite that much. That's what I'm talking about. And so, he might have got a little, just kind of lost track. Towards the end of the game. But that defense was a little rough on him. Uh, where to go? I don't really want to get. I guess you could drop in like what happened with COVID stuff. So the Bills Tennessee game got moved to Tuesday somehow, and they're going to try and play that if they can play it. So that's going to kick next Thursday night's game, Kansas City Bills, to Sunday. So we get a Tuesday night instead of a Thursday night as of right now. And then we're going to have the Patriots are going to play on Monday night. So that'll be another doubleheader on Monday night, which I'm starting to like, honestly. I think they should just do that all the time because they could start a game early, either Central Time, when the teams are actually playing in Central Time or Eastern Time. Start that game early, and then you've got a game in Mountain or Pacific, just wherever they're at, and just because the teams, they don't care when they start or play, but it'll be easier because the game might start at 8:30, let's say Eastern, but it'll be plenty early if it's Mountain or Pacific. So I like it. I think they should do it. I think they should try to make it work. I mean, and you could do different networks. And so what if there's like an hour overlap? If the game's good, then you try to watch both of them. A lot of times they're busts, and you'll just move right into the second game. Nobody's going to be watching a blowout really anyways. So who cares if people switch over, because they're just going to switch. If there wasn't another game, they would have just switched off and they would have just quit watching if the game's no good. And, boo-hoo. People can just pick what they want to watch, but it just puts another game in the mix. I would like it. I will say, so what do you want to talk about? The game last night? I'll tell you, that first quarter, Nick Foles made some throws where I was just like, oh my God. I was like, are they sure that Trubisky is worse than this guy? Because he made about 3 throws that absolutely, I just went, Jesus Christ. There was one, it might have been a tight end or slot receiver, was heading upfield, and he just overthrew him. Oh my God, it was so terrible. And then that 3rd and 2, guy was wide open. You would expect your practice squad QB to make that throw. I was sitting there as the game was happening. I was going, every quarterback in the NFL should have completed that pass. And he just totally screwed it off. But that Chicago defense stayed in there. It seems like Tampa had more success early. And it just got progressively harder for them to score as the game went on. Because they did a good job. They held Tom Brady to 19. What can you say? If you can't at least get to 20, which they did, I mean, I don't know what else you want from a defense. I mean, like you're talking about, especially the scores this year have been, a lot of scores have been run way up there. But then Foles turned it around. I mean, maybe like mid-second quarter, started making some throws, and he started making some big throws, and he really started, yeah, I mean, he really started making it happen in conjunction with the Bears defense really started slowing down that Tampa Bay offense. And then it gets down to the very end. And I mean, didn't that guy miss a field goal too? No, he made it. No, they made all their field goals. I guess we could pull up the stats on I should have had this pulled up, but I didn't. Sorry for the game. Well, actually, I'll go to something else. Let's see here. NFL. We can do this. It's kind of where I was, but I don't want to lose. No. Because the game's already happened. Well, when you're talking about a damn game. Well, we could just go here, maybe. Is it going to just kick me to that? That's not what I want to do. I want the game stats. That's what I'm like looking for. Oh, shit. Is that what you're looking for? Scores? Yeah, I want to like get into like, okay, here we go. Wow. Yeah, that's... Okay, turn that off. Team stats. What was the Tampa turnover? When was that? There's your box score. Keyshawn Vaughn lost one. Robert Quinn, I can't remember what exactly. Okay, so Tampa had an interception. Receiving yards. Yeah, nobody really had that big of a game. I mean, he still went 253. You know,
So
it was
you're
just a
me
good
from the
game.
future. Thanks,
I mean,
Captain
really nothing
Obvious.
else to
Here
say
to
about it. I
warn
mean,
me about
everybody can get all
2020.
bent out of
Yes,
shape. I thought Chicago
and
was
choose
good. I
free
thought they were going to
cancellation
win
on
last week against
Hotels.com.
Indy.
Yep. Anything
The
else?
Foles let me down. That's why I took them. They pulled
We're
the
bald.
flip-flop. I lost with them again.
Tied for ninth.
I knew I shouldn't have given
First
up
and
that
10 from the 12.
though.
Snap back,
That
Foles.
was
Going to
my
go to
pick.
the
I
end
mean,
zone to
yes, I
Graham.
didn't put money on it,
One-handed
but that was
catch.
my
Left
guess.
corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown,
Yeah.
Bears. Bears, and we're tied at 13.
But Chicago's good.
And his
I mean, if they can
offensive
get any kind of
teammates
play out of that
fly
quarterback,
off
I
the
mean, they just
sideline to
cannot
congratulate
get play
Jimmy
out of the
Graham.
quarterback position.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
baby.
hell or high
Fourth
water.
touchdown catch of the year
I just
for
don't know
one of
what
the
else
premier red
to
zone
say.
weapons in NFL history. Tied at 13, 36 seconds to
it's like,
go,
Lord have
second
mercy.
quarter.
You know, and Nick Foles identifying him as a
You know,
leading
they had
candidate
four-
for that
yeah,
play
see
at
how
the
that
very
game
beginning.
slowed down?
Split wide to his left,
So they only got
man-to-man
one
coverage.
touchdown?
Just give the 6'7" guy a chance, and it'll make him pay.
Yeah, see, that's no good. 'Cause that's
Total
one
beauty.
touchdown and 4 field goals.
One-handed
so that's
catch.
how they got to 19. Yeah, see, that's not...
For every moment of your life, there's a Ford SUV that was built
And
for
they got
you.
2 field goals.
Upgrade to a new Ford with amazing deals on Explorer, Escape, and Expedition.
What's the
Stop by
field
your
goal
Texas
stats?
Ford dealer or shop online. Ford SUVs, built for Texas, built for you.
Left side of the formation, one back set.
42
Foles
or
takes
47.
turns, giving to the running back, David Montgomery. He is into the end zone for the
Also
touchdown.
break those down
Middle of the
by-
end zone, touchdown Bears.
That's all of them.
13.
What happens whenever you push that? 4 for 4. This game. So I get 230 to 39. Okay, I got you. Interesting. I know, I'm going to have to remember how to get back to this. And this is a little sloppy, but oh well, what can you do? Right, I'll have to test it. I gotta test out my audio, see if this old microphone I got works better than the one in this webcam. I don't know. So they were giving up like 6.5, 7, 7.5. So that was... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Pow. Okay. So... Oh, that's... No. Week 5. Or they got the... Okay, so here's the... So they went under...
Do I? That, yeah.
Boom. Boom, Kenneth.
Oh, we got
Thinking.
down to 4.
Yes.
Yeah, that Chicago call. That would have been a good call. I mean, obviously, it was the
Tied
wrong-
for 9th. First and 10 from the
Position.
12. Snap back, Foles. Going to go to the end zone to Graham. One-handed catch. Left corner of the end zone.
Okay,
Touchdown.
so that's 44.
Touchdown Bears. And we're tied at 13. And his offensive teammates fly off the sideline to congratulate
Yeah,
Jimmy
5 points
Graham.
under.
Oh, yeah, baby.
44.
Fourth touchdown catch of the year for one of
That's
the
like a
premier
low
red
total,
zone
too.
weapons
But
in
they both
NFL
have good
history.
defenses, so, I mean, that's how it
Tied
goes.
at 13, 36 seconds to go,
that's
second
the
quarter.
bets.
You know, and Nick Foles identifying him as a leading candidate for that play at
So
the
now
very
you can
beginning.
start getting
Split
into,
wide
like,
to his left,
I think at this point
man-to-man
it's good
coverage.
to start
Just give the
looking
6'7" guy a chance, and it'll make him pay.
You know, this next, like, slot
Total beauty.
in the
One-handed
season.
catch.
Like, so this is Tampa, right?
Pro Extra is the Home Depot's
I
loyalty
mean, that Green
program
Bay
built
game,
just
that's
for
gonna be
pros.
great.
Members earn rewards like tool rental center credit or
Are you
Pro
gonna be
Extra
able to
dollars
beat
with every
Green Bay
purchase.
next
Plus, they
week?
get members only
With
offers.
extra days
Save
off.
time, save money, get rewarded. The Home
But Green
Depot.
Bay
Our
is
doers
their
get more
bye
done.
week. Them in Detroit.
Left side of the formation, one back set.
So,
Foles
see?
takes turns, giving to the running back, David Montgomery. He is into the end
little
zone for the touchdown. Middle of the end zone, touchdown
Green Bay's not playing
Bears.
this week.
13-6 Tampa.
Nice,
During the first half.
Nice job,
And you got
nice
them
movement on the interior of
Vegas
that offensive line.
Giants.
Because you see, when David Montgomery got the
New
handoff,
Orleans again.
he never slowed down. He
That's
just
gonna
pushed
set that
behind the
division
big
right
guys
there.
all the way into
Was
the
that
end
week
zone.
9?
First rushing touchdown of the
Because
year
if they
by the
lose that
Bears,
game,
believe it
they're
or
not
not.
winning the
Took all the
division.
way into almost
gotta
halfway
win
through
that.
week 5 at a 10-play
In New Orleans, which means nothing. Like, I couldn't even tell who was on the road and who wasn't last night. It was like, at Chicago, it's like, well, if you say so. Because I mean, other than you got to get on a plane and go. But when you travel, whatever. And then Carolina, Rams, then KC. Boy, that South, man, they got to play. Kansas City, Chargers, Vegas, Denver. Yeah, that's really not that tough. I mean, Kansas City, obviously. But let's just say here, like, what are the for sure wins, let's say? Let's say they can beat Vegas, Giants, Carolina. So it's 3 for sures. Because the Rams seem pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to just go out there and just say for sure can beat them. So what is this? Week 6 to 12. The next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 7. Because you're counting week 6. So you got 3 for sure wins, let's say. And then Green Bay, New Orleans, Los Angeles. Man, that's a tough pull. So let's just say you win one of those games. So you win the 3. You beat Vegas, Giants, Carolina. And then let's just say you win one game. Let's say you beat New Orleans, but you lose these other 3. So where's that going to leave you at? We'll say that's like worst case scenario going into your bye week. Because you're 3-2. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7. And like what, 5 or something? Because you're going to lose the other 3. Pow, pow, pow. That's not terrible. I mean, you're at 7 wins with 4 games to go. You're going to have Minnesota, Atlanta, Detroit, Atlanta. Oh, man. Those 2 late Atlanta games, that's going to be gold for them because that's just going to be... Because Atlanta's going to be in the dirt by the end of the season. I mean, they're going to be... The coach could be fired by then. Or everybody in town's going to know that he's going to be fired. If that's not already happened. No telling where Minnesota's going to be. They could be out of it. Detroit could be out of it. So you're at 7. You could get to 10 easily. And that's if you don't beat the Rams. Don't beat Green Bay. Don't beat Kansas City. I mean, if you win one more of those games, you're at 8 and whatever. Heading into this stretch. I mean, this stretch is definitely tougher than this back end for Tampa. That's... I mean, as you're looking at things right now, I mean, that's a joke. Because they'll win all 4 of those games. Pow. They'll beat all 4 of those teams. So you could even be at 6 wins. And still, coming down the stretch, boom. 10. Get to 10. And with that extra playoff spot, I mean, I think you'd be in. So who are they playing? Like, they're playing... The NFC North. Okay. And then the Giants and the Rams. Right? Yeah. Okay. That's their extra games, their place games. Well, I mean, I don't think they'll be in the playoffs. I mean, for Tampa to miss the playoffs... Things are going to have to... I mean, they're going to have to lose a bunch of these games right here. And their losses aren't bad. I mean, that loss, that New Orleans loss, whatever. And Chicago, I think Chicago's good. I mean, you can talk trash. But if they can get any play, I mean, that defense is good. The defense is good. So they're like some of the few teams, them and Tampa even last night. Couple of the few teams that actually have a defense who can actually get stops and actually get turnovers and actually hold people to field goals, because there weren't a lot of touchdowns last night. Okay, so let's look at. Did I need to go the other way? Yeah, whatever. All right, let's look at the Bears right quick. Get them pulled up. Okay. That's pretty nice right there. I mean, if you're a Bears fan, you got to be happy with this. I mean, that's 4-1. You had a stinker in Indianapolis. Foles, doing his deal. Okay, so let's look at their slot till bye week. Carolina, win. Maybe, win. So you got 2. So let's just say if you win 3 of those games, like they win Carolina, they win Minnesota, and then you just win 1 of these 3 games. So we'll just call it worst case. So you got 3 wins and 2 losses. So that puts you at 4. That puts you at 7-3 going into your bye week. And then there's 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, woo. As of right now. I mean, obviously, play another month. They could be in the dirt, but I mean, I'm thinking after like 5 weeks, I mean, you're kind of getting a feel for who these guys are, what these teams are like. I mean, and of course, people turn it around, and teams turn it around, and teams crater. But I don't see either one of these teams cratering. I see both of these teams in the playoff. Man, are they both going to have to get... Because Green Bay looks good. And see, they haven't played Green Bay yet. So, see, that's going to sort it out right there. Week 12, week 17. So, that's up in the air to whether you're going to be able to win the division or not, if you're a Bears fan. But other than Green Bay, I mean, you got Detroit, Houston, Minnesota, Jacksonville coming down the stretch. I mean, every one of those teams could be in that same... That's kind of weird how their schedules mirror each other a little bit like that. I mean, all 4 of those teams could be in the dirt. Absolute just dumpster fires. But these 5 games right here, that slot, that's no joke there. Because that's... Los Angeles, New Orleans, Tennessee, I mean, they could lose all 3 of those games. They could absolutely lose all 3 of those games. And you're going to have to pick yourself back up. But you got to get you a win next week, on the 18th. And then just try to get, honestly, I mean, look, just try to get you 1 win. Yeah, I mean, that's 50-50 on all 3 of those games. Rams, Saints, Titans, 50-50. I mean, will they be favored against the Rams? I doubt it. They won't be favored against New Orleans. I mean, will they be favored against Titans? Like, if just everything holds true and everybody is in the same spot as they are right now. I mean, that's how you got to talk about it. I mean, if it'll be like -1.5, pick 'em. Because you're telling me the Bears and Rams are playing tomorrow. I mean, I'm talking about pick 'em -1.5 at most. I mean, if you gave me the Bears and you're talking about like 3.5 or something, I'll take the Bears at 3.5. If you're giving me 3.5. Because traveling don't mean nothing now. It don't mean nothing. Oh, we got to go to L.A. Good. We'll go out there. That's going to be real nice in October. Go check out their new stadium. Go beat them up in their new What? What you want? Okay, so that's interesting. All right, well, enough of that. Okay, let's get to, well, that's money line. Let me get back to where I was. Okay, so, I mean, here you go. You got to put your money where your mouth is. You know, you got to start calling out picks. I got my printout right here. I've already been wrong on Thursday. Tom Brady let me down. I mean, he did. Because I would have had that. I would have had him at 2.5. Because I don't do this baloney where, you see what I'm saying? Like where, because you never take a 3. You either buy the half point or you find somebody who'll give you 2.5 or 3.5, whatever you're looking for. So I had Tampa. That's a no-go. All right. All right, well, let's go through it. Carolina, Atlanta. Man. Surely Atlanta's going to get off the schneid, right? And beat them by like, I could see them beating them by like 10. I wouldn't mind watching that game. As crazy as that sounds. Because I haven't seen Bridgewater yet and what they look like. Because Atlanta's been so close. See, look, like go look at Atlanta's. Who have they played? See, they played 4 good teams. They're like Houston. I mean, there's a lot of people who would have lost to Seattle. They gave that game away to Dallas. They lost to Chicago and lost to Green Bay. I mean, you're 0-4. What are you going to do about it? You're not better than those people. You're not. Atlanta is not better. Dallas is 50-50 and they just lost. You're not better than Chicago and you're not better than Green Bay and you're not better than Seattle. I mean, it's just like, you know, like what do you want from the Falcons? Like, we're not better than them, but we had to play them. Pal, first rattle out of the bag. You know, and then here they go, and they're not. I'm taking Atlanta. I'm taking Atlanta. What are they giving up right now? Atlanta. -1.5. I'm taking Atlanta at -1.5. I am. I'm writing it down. I'm writing my stuff down right here in the moment. Friday. No changing. Video. Verification. All of that. Vegas, Kansas City. Oh, man. The deal with Kansas City is their spreads are so high. That's the problem. That is the absolute problem. And the question is like, how much effort are they going to put in to whipping you? That's the deal. How much effort are they putting in to whipping your ass? You know, that's the real thing. Because they might just want to just beat you and they'll win by 10. And then, pal, the pick is the Raiders. Because, I mean, look at that. You're talking about -12.5. You can get 11.5 and 12.5. Whichever way you're going. God. We got to revisit that. Denver, New England. So Cam's not playing? Is that stupid quarterback? Who's playing for Denver? You got all these quarterbacks out. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God. All right, hold on. Hold on. We got to get into it. We got to get into it. I got to get in the injury report stuck on my favorites. Okay, where's Denver at? AFC. Yeah, injuries. See, that's what I'm talking about. See? Questionable. Were made limited at practice. Hold on, who did they drag out there the other day? Oh my God, Blake Bortles is a 4th-string quarterback. They got him on the damn practice squad now. I mean, he can't beat out Jeff Driscoll and Brett Rippon. That Brett kid played all right the other day. Right against the... But is he going to be able to handle... I mean, like, straight up, Belichick almost beat Kansas City last week. There's no way no, he's not going to lose 2 games. No. That like almost seals it up for me. Golly, -10? Is Cam playing? Cam can't be playing. I mean, right? He's not. I mean, there's no. I wouldn't bet this game. I would not bet this game. I would not bet this game. I would not bet this game. I absolutely. Oh, come on, y'all. Where's the... Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Where the Pats at? Is he going to be listed under injury? Cam Newton, O? What does that mean? COVID? What's the O mean? Out. There you go. Pow. Cam's not playing. So you got Brian Hoyer. Dude, he was barely all right at Michigan State 15 years ago. You know what I'm talking about? And then this is who Belichick's got to come into town with. If you're talking about -10 points, is that for real? Is that what they're giving up? What does this second page look like? Has anybody else got any odds on this? See, no one's even giving odds on this game. That should tell you something about this game. You don't even need to mess with it. Whenever Vegas, DraftKings, they come in. -10, -10. What are they giving? -5? Is that far off? If you're talking about -10, I'm taking Denver. Well, we're going to act like that's a point spread. I'm going to go Denver -10.5 because I always buy that extra point. So I'm buying that extra that half point. Okay, now. All right, so now you got Rams, Washington. Washington just straight up benched Haskins. He's like 3rd team apparently. What is that about? You just took this guy 2 years ago. A year and a half ago. Isn't this his 2nd year? And you're telling me that this guy can't play? I just don't believe that. Should a guy who has cancer be in charge of a football team? Is that too much? And I like Rivera, and I don't want him to have cancer. I wish the Cowboys would have hired him. And he not had cancer. I wish the Cowboys would have hired Rivera, not had cancer. Hey. You know? That's what I'm talking about. -7 Rams. I'm taking the Rams -7. So I'm going to take 6.5. Rams at -6.5 because I'm buying that. I'm buying that at half point. Because I watched the Rams and I liked them. They looked good. That defense looked good. Because who have they whipped this year? Let's get into it. Because there ain't nothing else to do. I mean, what are we? You got an appointment? I don't. That's what I thought. They whipped Dallas that first week. They played Dallas good. See, they held Dallas to 17. See, and they whipped Philly. They lost. Oh yeah, they lost that game to Buffalo. Well, you know what can you do, man? See, look how easy their start was. They got to beat Dallas. They got Philly, who's trash, and the Giants are trash, and now they're playing Washington, who's trash. And we're not even going to find out about them until week 6 right here. San Francisco, Chicago, Miami. But it looks easy because you're better than them. So that's why you say, look, see, look at these easy games. That's because you don't suck. But this, yeah, Niners, Bears. Yeah, that's a pretty good run. Whoa, man. Yeah, week 6 through what? 14? You got some games. That's going to define the season. Figure out who they really are. Like, are you going to be able to get you some home playoff games? Because they got to play Seattle twice. Yeah. And then San Francisco. Who knows where Arizona's going to be at? You know, like by the time they got to play them week 13, week 17. I mean, where is Arizona going to be at? I don't know what they're doing. They're probably fake, right? They'll get to like 7 wins or something. Just because they're not going to be in it for the long haul. Like the week in, week out. Get your wins. You know. I mean, what are you going to say about it? You know. Yeah. Well, anyways. The Rams are going to win this week. So there. Jacksonville, Houston, train wreck. Oh my God, bro. I mean, Minshew madness against coach just got fired. Houston. I mean, the Offers. I'm going to take Jacksonville at plus 6.5. I'm not trusting Houston to win, to score a bunch of points and win and stop everybody and this, that, and the other. What's the play calling going to be like? Who's calling plays? Anyways. Buffalo, Tennessee. See, they're not even messing with that game. All right, now you got Arizona. The Jets are terrible. The Jets are terrible. Can they keep it within a touchdown? My God. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Arizona this year. I just haven't. So I don't know. I've seen the Jets a couple times. I'm going to have to think about that one. Can I come back to that? Philly, Pittsburgh. -7. Steelers. I mean, absolutely. Who? God, I hate Philly. They're so inconsistent. You can't trust them. Who knows if they're going to show up or not? Who cares if they're going to show? There's no team I hate more than the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan. I hate Philly anyways. That deal Bill Burr did when he just absolutely trashes Philly is hilarious anyways, and plus I really think it's funny. But God. Is Alshon Jeffries out again this week? Alright. Here we go. Philadelphia. Deshaun's question. Okay, there you go, pal. Jeffries is still out. Gosh. Well, I'll tell you, I'll be so mad if I take Philly and they just get... I'll be mad. If I took Pittsburgh and they don't do it, I'm taking Pittsburgh at -6.5. Pittsburgh looks good. They could just win that out. Here we go again with Baltimore and their big point spreads. I'm taking Cincy at 13.5. Plus 13.5. Division game. Because see, you think I'm crazy, but who did they play last week? Who played Baltimore last week? Who was it? Was it the Jets? It was a crappy team. It was a crappy team. The Skins. See, the Redskins covered last week. Because Baltimore didn't just... But Washington has a pretty good defense. Oh my God, Cincinnati. Let me look at them. Do they still got what's-his-face out? Geno Atkins, questionable. What do you mean questionable? Joe Mixon, questionable. A shin injury, he'll be alright. I'm taking Cincy. You got to at 13.5. That's just so many points. It's so much. Miami, San Francisco. Is Garoppolo back? See, I'm like, I gotta figure all this stuff out on the fly. Questionable. Is expected to start Sunday if he makes it through today's practice. Well, what's he going to do? Just fall on the ground? Somebody going to lay him out and see if he can stand back up? Have a defensive tackle just body splashing? What if you did that to your quarterback? Because he sucks so bad, you're just tired of him playing, and in practice you just body splashed him. Just the absolute shit out of him. And you're like, what? You were great. Like you were Aaron Donald. And you just said, wow. Like what are you going to do? Trade me then. Quarterback's terrible. Miami. Is it Tua time yet? -9. I'm taking Miami. Plus 9.5. I know, everybody thinks I'm crazy. This will be the first time. I'll take Dallas at -8.5. The Giants are terrible. The Giants are, and this will be the first time this year. And I'm a Dallas Cowboy. I'm Texas Born and bred. First time I'll take them this year, but I'll take them. I will. Now, this Indy-Cleveland game, I've been looking at it all week, and I still don't know what to think about it. Because I got to come back to Arizona. God. All right, I'm taking the Jets at plus 7.5. All right, I went back up. Remember I skipped it? Give me that 7.5 right there. Pow. What are you going to do about it? Huh? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because I don't believe in Arizona. And the Jets played Denver tough. God, that's probably the stupidest bet I've ever made. I mean, oh my God, it's just so many points, though. It's that touchdown. Because it gets down, and Arizona ends up winning by 5 somehow. Because they give up the late touchdown. You get the old backdoor treatment. I'm doing it. I don't care. You know, you got to... Cleveland. Look at this. You can get a pick 'em. Cleveland looked pretty good last week at Dallas. Like that offense. Oh my God. Are you just going to go pick 'em and take Indy? They got the best defense in the league. I got to. All right. I get to pick 'em. Right? PK. PK. Indy. PK Indy. They already beat me last week with the Bears. I'm not... You're going to turn your back on them again? See what I'm saying? They beat the Bears last week. Who just beat the Bucks. Yeah. That's the pick. That's the pick. Man, these games just keep coming. They just keep coming. With the cause Seattle, I'm like, they're due for the dip. For the dip. What's their record? Have they even lost this year? I don't think they have. I mean, I can't remember who beat them. Nobody. They're 4-0. See, they ended up whipping Miami by 11. Beat Dallas. Dallas isn't terrible. They made me mad. I can't stand them, but they're not terrible. Their defense is terrible, but the team as a whole, they're not awful. They beat Atlanta. They beat New England with Cam. There wasn't no fake New England win like Kansas City got. Oh, Minnesota, oh my God. Are they going to beat them by a touchdown? Probably. Probably. Sunday night. These people are playing with my emotions with this stuff. -6.5. Is this when it all falls apart for these teams? See what I'm talking about? That's what worries me. Because who do I got? Where's the fall apart at? Rams. I'm on the fall. I'm guessing Arizona's going to... Oh my God. I got the Jets at +7.5. That's got to be wrong, right? That's got to be wrong. That's got to be wrong. But that's the deal. That's the problem. You get back, it's Monday, and you're like, nobody saw it coming. Oh my God. And you're not the guy who picked it. God. Five. So that's 12, 5, 7. They've beat everybody by like 7 or 8 points, except for New England. And I'm sure that spread wasn't that high. Alright, I'm sticking with them. I'm just saying that they're not like they used to be, where they would give games away. Because, see, they're going to want that. Look at that. They got a bye next week. They're going to want to get that win, you know, and head into the bye week and do their deal. Well, look at that cakewalk. 13-14. Oh. Oh, my God. 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, my God, dude. That's 4 wins right there. That's 8 wins right there, and I haven't even looked at the rest of the schedule. I can tell you they're at least going to get to 8. Just from a quick glance. Just from this right here. Yeah, that month. November 30th through the December 20th is going to be a good month up in Seattle. Does Herbert come back down to earth? Mr. Big Shot Charger lightning bolt on his helmet. Got everybody's skirt blown up. Huh? Everybody's skirt blown up? How does he do it? You're talking about 7.5? Minus 7.5? New Orleans. Monday Night Football. Michael Thomas is still out, right? Questionable now. You see this now? You see this now? God. Well, what's the status on him, though? Do they give more info? He's active.
With the Home Depot app,
Okay,
your
at least
phone
that.
is your most powerful tool.
Okay.
Find just what you need in a snap. Get a second opinion in seconds and have it all delivered free. Download today. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Limited at practice
Saints
Thursday.
are 1-0, but they may have suffered a significant loss Sunday when receiver Michael Thomas limped off the field with a high ankle injury. Now, sources tell ESPN that the team does expect him to miss time, including Monday night's game at Las Vegas, though Thomas himself is not convinced and wants to try and fight through it. So, as of now, they're not placing him on injured reserve. The good news is the Saints invested in receiver this offseason, adding veteran Emmanuel Sanders, who could help along with Alvin Kamara and Jared Cook. But the bad news, this Saints offense was already sputtering a bit in Week 1 when both Sean Payton and Drew Brees described their performances as awful.
You know? I can tell you right now, I already don't like this. There's gotta be stuff wrong. So how many points am I giving away?
There's not a lot to choose from between the two. So then go to
I'm gonna
other
add this
things.
up.
While obviously
So
DeAndre
you
Hopkins
add
had
up
an
and
excellent
you
quarterback
see
throwing him the ball,
right?
Michael Thomas had the most accurate quarterback who ever lived.
So you say,
But you make that quarterback better because you don't drop the balls, Max.
So you say,
You make them better.
But
They
no
put
matter
him,
who Drew Brees
it's
is
called
throwing to, he's
catch
accurate.
radius.
10.5
He can put it anywhere because of the catch radius.
minus
And so you make a quarterback look
6.5
more superior in terms of the targets and the completion percentage
I
than what
could've
they
just
truly are sometimes.
And Max,
recorded that.
No, but Drew Brees
And
is
Max, let me
accurate
come
on
at you with
everyone.
this.
And also, we have to
Plus
address the clutch. The clutch, guys, when the game's on the line. Michael Thomas is
Plus
excellent.
13.5.
So is Hopkins. He
But I'm not-
does
but-
not
but-
drop
look,
the
look,
ball
look, Max,
ever.
the argument-
clutch.
look, Max, hold on
Actually,
one
literally
second.
clutch.
Max,
He clutches
the
it.
argument isn't that DeAndre Hopkins
8.5
isn't clutch. He's ridiculous. I watched him in the playoffs. I know what he can do. But I prefer my nephew over that. That's all I'm saying. It's like if you're drafting on a board.
Okay, so I'm
and
at
you got Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, DeAndre
plus
Hopkins,
12.
all three of them, and one of them
So I
goes.
got
You ain't mad that the other
underdogs.
one fall to you. You just as
If you
happy.
add up all my
No
underdogs,
doubt. What I'm saying is you're making the
favorites.
argument that Michael Thomas is a
plus
better
12.
overall receiver. I'm
To
talking
me.
about
Which
the
means
game
I'm
on the
wrong.
line.
No,
he's not.
Who do I want
No,
to
he's
root
not.
for?
where you
Max,
like to need to be.
me, doesn't mean you have
What
to
I'm
draft
saying
him or like
is
him.
that
to me
they're-
is I like his route running. I like his catch radius. I like his toughness, his ability to compete at all levels all the time. That's what I look
Okay, so
for.
which game
I
should I
don't
be
get
worried
caught
about?
up in the statistical side of it because
Right,
I
like-
can go any way on statistics and
That's
make
the deal. Like,
a-
who
an
is
argument
starting
point
in
based on
Washington?
How many
Michael Thomas
receptions?
had probably
How
the
many
I mean, they're
targets, how many
saying, like,
touchdowns, how many yards after the catch?
what's his
I can do
face?
all of those sort of things. It's a matchup nightmare to have, is all I'm saying.
They just have Washington.
if a
They
man
don't even have,
catches
like,
274
'cause they don't want a
passes
right football
over
team.
the last 2 years, and at least 80% of the time
Kyle
you target
Allen.
him, he's connected. I don't know how you get more clutch than that.
This guy, Chase Young, questionable. See, that's their problem from last week.
The myth, the legend.
Dude, I just can't
The
settle up
comfort
with that,
food
dude.
that
The Rams are
started
like,
it all.
they're
The original
legitimately
pan for
good. That's
Pizza
the
Hut
problem.
for just $10.99.
And
No
6.5
one
is not
outpizzas
even a
the
full
Hut.
touchdown.
What's up, everyone? This is Patty. I'm Michael Thomas's barber. I get to present Mike with his Madden 99 rating award. I just cut his hair. He's upstairs showering right now, and then I challenged him to a game of pool. So he's going to walk down thinking he's going
I'm
to play
taking
me in
Vegas
pool.
plus 13.5.
And his
Damn,
award's
dude.
going to be sitting
Everybody
right on the
thinks you're
table.
crazy. Until Pat. Next thing you know, Kansas City's in a dogfight. Gruden shows up and cusses everybody out.
Like this. That did today.
You know, it's division. So that puts, see, I didn't even have that added in there.
Yes, sir.
So you can add that 13.5 on top of the 12.
Thank you, EA Sports. I'm really grateful and I appreciate it. Thank you. Now the kids know who to play with when they play the game. They'll see why Drew Brees gives me a lot of opportunities on Sunday. 99 in real life,
I'm doing
99 on the game.
I feel good
Can't
about
guard
that.
Mike.
I feel good about that Jacksonville pick. Here, I'll pull it back up so everybody can know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's half the fun of a new house, seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Jacksonville
Saving on
pick.
homeowners insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun too.
I do
Well,
not
enjoy
like
your
the
house.
Jets pick.
Nope.
I don't.
Geico.
But that's where the money's at. That's the problem. That's where the money
Hi, this is Gabrielle Gilmore,
That's the
wife of
game.
Stephon Gilmore, and we just found out that he
nobody
got in
else
the Madden
gets.
99 club, and
But
we're
if
here
you
to
take
surprise
it-
him. Come here, Giselle. When Daddy comes, you gotta give him a big hug and show him what you have, okay? Say 99. 99.
Hey.
What about Philadelphia Pittsburgh? I'm feeling better about it the more I think about it.
You're in the Madden 99 club.
99 club?
Look what we got for you.
Oh, wow. Wow. 99.
99? Hold on.
It's
Almost 100.
almost 100.
Wow,
Wow, who would have known?
Think about
A little
that.
kid from Rock Hill.
Think
Wow.
about
You look good on me. Wow. Surprise.
Thank you, Daddy.
I'm going Minnesota plus 7.5. I'm doing it. I don't think that. I think New Orleans will put it on the Chargers. I don't care what they did last week. They're gonna stop running. Big high shot, and I hope he's good. God bless him. I liked him, but you know, Hubert.
To come in and say that you had
Is it
a lot
Hubbard
of
or
work to
Hubert?
do is completely
Justin
false. It's a bunch of trash because that wasn't the case in Detroit. We were a good football team. Matthew Stafford was playing as good as he has in his career. That was because of Coach Caldwell. And we were an organization that was ascending. He was building. And you know what another thing is?
All right, let's look at
the culture
some
was amazing. The culture
first half
was
totals. We'll see
fantastic.
if
So you had a
anything
winning
sticks
record in 3 or 4 years. The culture was great. Your quarterback was playing really good football. So for him to come in and say that there was a lot of work to be done is a bunch of trash.
What's your biggest one?
Second of all,
Kansas City.
you know what Coach
-7,
Caldwell wasn't? A finger pointer.
halftime.
Like what coach
Slow
comes in
start.
and says, "Oh well, when I got here,
I don't like messing with Kansas City because they're so.
finger pointing."
I said the one thing I can sure tell you about that coach right
Because
there
they could be
is
blowing you out, or you could be riding with them,
ahead, but that left is going
and
right,
they still
the right is
beat
going
you,
left.
but they
Finger
don't
point.
beat you by the
all
14
day long.
and a half.
And just
I don't even like
and it's
messing
wrong. It's false. And for him to
don't even
come
like
to go
messing
say
with
that after being 10-25,
Rams
to say that
-4.
to go, well, you know what? Before I got here, it was bad.
Wasn't me.
Here's the thing, Coach. No, it wasn't.
Now there's
we have
-7.
eyewitness accounts of it not being bad.
Baltimore.
It was actually really good. It was a great place to be. It was a great place to work. We've loved playing for Coach Caldwell, and we were a good football team. Were we great? No. And here's the thing. When he was hired, the comment was,
really
we need to
sticking
take the
out,
next step as an organization. That was the comment from, I believe, ownership and their general manager, Bob Quinn, who I love and I
Miami,
respect.
San Francisco.
We need to take the next step. It was built for growth, not regression. And they have
Because you're telling me
regressed
San Francisco's going to
massively.
be up by a touchdown at halftime? Oh, well, Garoppolo's supposed to play, though, right?
Why would an officer from an enemy country be in Tehran?
I'm in.
What do you want from me?
You're not gonna make it home alive.
Questionable.
This is a little strange on the surface, but I'm going to say it. Struggle City. Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, okay.
1-3.
I'm in.
Take care of the package.
You're doing something this country will never forget.
He's not gonna make it home alive. Let's keep moving on
first
Tehran.
half.
A lot of grumblings about him being replaced.
We'll write that
already,
down.
and Jerry
Marcus,
Jones swallowing
we've
the
heard a
money.
lot about this already.
You know what? I got to cut bait. I got to get the
Yeah,
right
Wendy,
guy
to
in
Mark's
here
point,
to
listen,
lead
this
the
is not
charge.
just
Keep trying to
for
find
San
the right guy. I
Francisco,
got
versus
the
the right
age-old
guy. I
injury
gotta
bug
get the
and
tarmac,
guys
get my private jet
replacing
and
next
have
man
the
up the
Miami.
mantras we
Somewhere,
use.
somebody's
We're talking
campus
about a Hall
or
of Famer
somebody's
out for
facility.
San Francisco
When no
and
one
Richard
knows
Sherman,
in
which
that
is not
town what's
the
going
case from
on,
this
so I
game.
could hire
And then you look at
the
Bosa
right
and Kittle
guy.
is
Because if
already
they
out.
go
Now
6
Moore
and 10
said
and
they're
miss the playoffs,
electrifying
line.
running back that can take it the
all that
distance
talent
being
that
out.
they
It's a
supposed to
serious
have.
issue.
With the money
And
that
Jimmy
the
G
quarterback
dealing
that
with a
has
high
value,
point.
but
There
you
is
don't want
not
to mess with.
a lot of
The money
things
that's
you
at the
try
running
to
back
look
spot,
at
and the
in the
offensive line,
NFL and say,
linebacker
hey,
and
this
Smith.
is an
Like, you
excuse.
got
there any
every
These are
value
the
in
this
it?
is the
Is there any
things
value?
that we have.
You
This
may
is
wanna
the
think
worst
about
I've
bringing the
ever
right guy
seen
in
a
to
starting
hit the reset
rotation,
button.
but not only a starting
I
rotation.
was
Guys
looking at
that
him earlier. I
make
don't
a
think
difference
Jerry Jones,
every
you know him very
single
well.
Sunday
The ego that
be
comes with
depleted
Jerry
like the
Jones
San
was
Francisco
frustrating.
49ers have been.
After 1
Shanahan
year
is going to
with
have to do
McCarthy,
his
it
best
would be
job
more
of coaching
fault.
ever. Because
Right.
sometimes
There's
it's
nothing
about
I
the
But still, that's
X's and
like
O's,
saying,
but for the
I'm
majority
messed
of
up
the
to
time,
everybody.
it's the
I've
Jimmys
never
and the
heard
Joes.
that
And the
Vegas
fact that they
Kansas
have
City.
lost
Well,
not only
how
this
long
amount
did
of
you
slump
guys,
down 100
but
to win
this amount of
470?
production and
And
the
then you're
names
sitting
that
there
are in
going,
line with the injuries for the San Francisco
the
49ers
damn
makes
Raiders
it
are going to
tough,
beat the Chiefs.
especially in a division where you
know?
see teams getting better, i.e. Arizona Cardinals.
I don't want
and
nothing
the
to do with
Rams.
that.
Everything is game. Game. Also game. Definitely
You're going to bet on the Jets?
game.
You know, to get a win?
Rated everyone.
you
You're
serious?
gonna put up 600 and win 100.
Honey, give me a wedgie.
Am I
Right?
now back in
Am I good?
So we've got a cute little lemon number.
Superman and oh, that is so funny.
How long have I had that?
He's Batman. He was molded by the darkness,
okay?
He's doing things that are
what?
There's a trickle down effect to the team. The way they defended Anthony Davis, they were blitzing him all the time, forcing him to be a decision maker. The scrappy hands, breaking down the ball.
Come on.
Every time LeBron James went into the paint, people were raking down the
with Jimmy
basketball,
Garoppolo,
forcing him to kick it out. I said before, I didn't think the Lakers could sustain this three-point shooting. I expect them to come out with one of the best performances we've ever seen in the NBA Finals. No, I didn't expect. I thought the series would be over Tuesday night, but now we have a dogfight.
Joe, we'll start with you. What stands out for you with Jimmy G?
The yardage and touchdown props aren't exactly high hurdles, but I'm going to play the under. Two key reasons here. Number one, the identity of this football team is run first and great defense. They're not exactly going to throw the ball 45 times a game. That's not how they do things. But more importantly, Arsenal has changed. I don't think people realize how important Emmanuel Sanders was in the passing game last year. Garoppolo was averaging 219 passing yards a game before Sanders' arrival. That jumped to 266 in the 10 games with them to close out the regular season. Similar situation with his touchdowns and his INTs. He was much better with him in the lineup. Now the guy's in New Orleans, and Deebo Samuel suffered a foot injury that could hold him out early in the season. A lot of experience at the wide receiver unit. I'm playing under on both of these props.
Joe, you bring up great points. I'm actually on the over, though, for at least passing touchdowns. And a lot of it's because of the criticism out there for Jimmy G. I think it's unfair. We know about the end of the first half of the Super Bowl. Shanahan didn't trust him, and he barely threw in the second half throughout the NFC playoffs. But he has the talent, not just with the arm, but also with the mind. It's another year under Shanahan. We saw glimpses of it last year with 4 touchdown passes at New Orleans in that big win. Year 2 under Shanahan for Matt Ryan was actually his MVP season. Not saying that he has all the same weapons, but I expect Garoppolo to take another step forward, including another year removed from that ACL surgery. And I actually do like a nibble of 40-1 for MVP just because he's going to be the starting quarterback for a team that could be the number 1 seed. And some of these other quarterbacks may have miss some games, or we don't know what to expect with COVID. A little bit of unknown there, so I'll grab a piece of the 40-1.
Tyron Smith has been
4-6
injured for a while.
weeks
I wouldn't
for
be
each
shocked
team.
if he contemplated
see
hanging
what
it
people are
up because
gonna
he's
be
been
at.
hurt quite a bit over the past few years. But this is just a devastating blow.
right,
Dallas
well,
cannot
it's the
afford
Clay
any more
Txblet.
bad news because it is turning into
Greetings,
one of
mortal.
those
Your journey
P5
requires Liberty Mutual. They
situations
customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Wow, that will save me lots of money.
You're in charge.
That's half the fun of a new house.
This game's
Seeing what
boring.
people left behind.
Let's
in the
get